3 2-drops. So we're casting everything. We get the Scry here. It's a good card. Not really have anything to emerge off of it yet. So I think we're just like looking for enablers. Maybe a Cathartic Reunion that'll get countered. I don't know. We'll see.
So again, my hand's really pretty reasonable to play. We're just going to have to play our tap land here on 1 and pass the turn.
I'm also going to start tap land. Go ahead.
And one of the advantages of staying 2 colors is you don't have tapped lands in the Spirits deck, but this deck just has so many opportunities to like play tapped lands on turns 1 and 3 that it's fine.
So I don't really have to worry about playing around the revolution. What is it called? Rebuff?
Yeah, revolutionary rebuff.
I can, like, all my 2-drops are artifacts, so I'll just jam a Copter.
Alright, so Copter resolves to revolutionary rebuff. Really is not mana leak, so we'll go ahead and flash and rattle chains at the end step here, which gives all other spirits flash. And this moment, do we hit our 3rd land? And we never do. So this would be another game that we would lose. Attack for 2 here. We thankfully have other 2-drops in our hand, so we're not like just dead, but we're not in an amazing spot as we would be if we just like hit our 3rd land on time.
And unlike Jeff, we started with 2 lands and we've drawn a land every time. So probably winning. Again, I don't really want him to counter anything. I wouldn't mind having a Copter to block with. So I could play this Amalgam, which is probably just a better use of my mana. If he counters it, then next turn I get to go 2-drop into like 2 2-drops. So yeah.
Yeah, and countering an Amalgam feels pretty bad, but like it's kind of tempo, and like this card probably doesn't have a ton better targets in his deck. Draw here, and we're just going to miss our 3rd land again. Deck for 2 again. Good. The fact that something that was kind of awkward about this list over the weekend is that these 2-1s just don't line up well against 3/3 flyers, believe it or not.
Scrap heap.
Yep, resolves.
And another scrap heap.
Yep, resolves.
Can't counter those.
We will flash in Selfless Spirit using the Rattle Chain's ability. Shut in step. Draw for the turn. We will hit that Evolving Wilds.
Lucky.
Lucky. Lucky. And again, can't attack our 2/2s into his 3/3 that can block. So we'll pass the turn here. I'm going to go ahead and fetch another Plains.
Fetch and die.
If he crews this Copter, I have to trade 2 for 1 if I want to block, or I can play, you know, he does have to play on Harness Lightning, which is a real card.
Yep, and that's kind of where I'm going with this in my mind right now is, do I want to play around Harness Lightning or not? Do I need the loot? It's 3 damage either way. I don't feel like I really need the loot. I'm okay trading. I want to play a little defense, but I am okay trading one of his guys with my 3/2, so I will crunch.
You're attacking?
Just with this guy.
Yeah, I'm just going to take that. There's no reason for me to get 2, especially when he can... I guess he doesn't want to exile his Prize Amalgam, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm still just going to take it. Yep.
Go.
Alrighty. Hey, look at that. We get the Aether Hub. Getting energy here. Yeah, and we're just passing the turn yet again. Yeah, these 2-1s have just not been... They were pretty... I boarded these guys out a lot this weekend.
Yeah.
Alright, so at this point I don't think he has a Harness Lightning. Otherwise he probably would have attacked that turn.
Yep.
So we're going to crew with the Copter. Yep. Crew the Copter and we're going to Vash.
So he's crewing and attacking with everything here. I'm just going to play the Spell Queller out to jump in... Oh, you get to loot, right? Loot first.
Yep. Actually, I like this in the graveyard.
So I'm going to go ahead and put Queller and Rattle Chains in front of the Smuggler's Copter and put Selfless Spirit in front of one of these, and then we'll...
Am I supposed to... No, I'm not. Go ahead.
Alright, and then I'm just going to go ahead and sacrifice this to keep these 2 dorks alive, I think. Basically, I'm choosing to kill the Selfless Spirit instead of allowing him to choose what to kill here.
So you're going to take 4?
3 this crewed.
Oh, right.
So I go down to 14.
14, 16, I think is where we're at. So.
Yeah.
You've only attacked for 4, right? With the Rattle Chains?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay, still just missing all them land drops. Enter combat.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go ahead and attack with the Queller here. I can't afford to just like take 6 this next turn, but I really don't want to trade this with both of his Scrap Heat Scroungers just yet. So when he attacks next turn, I want to save this block. So we'll put Brad to 14 though.
Everybody's at 14.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Alright, I'm going to activate this. Discard this.
Yep.
Draw a card.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna exile Neonate, bring back this.
Yep.
Delayed trigger.
Yep.
I don't want to do it in the second main phase quite yet. Draw for turn. Move to combat.
Yep. Block one of them.
Yep.
Take 6, go to 8. Of course, we've got Fumigate and play a deck we just only want to draw Fumigate against.
Yeah.
I mean,
Haunted dead.
the exiling card's insane against him.
Yep.
I mean, I don't have any sweepers. I cut.
Oh, you cut that too.
Yeah, because like you can't play Descent upon the
With
Sinful in
your
this
guys,
deck. Yeah,
yeah.
with all of the creatures. Untapped land,
Get rid.
and this should have come back, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Back at your-
Yeah.
So Brad
Your
returned
end
the last
step.
Scrap Heat Scrounger during my end step, which brings us back during his end step. Go ahead.
Alright, so this is probably Avacyn.
I'm just really unlucky.
Yeah, he just missed his lands and has nothing.
Ooh, maybe I'm supposed to hold that, sorry. I think we're fine with it. Yep.
Alright, so Avacyn triggers makes indestructible.
Sure, I'll let you decide.
I think I'm actually supposed to eat these two.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, because
So you're going to 5.
yeah, we're going 5.
I think that's right.
Either way. This is marginally better with Deep Fiend, but he has 5 mana anyways, so like that's about the same. 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other.
And I'm at what, right? 14?
14
Alright, so
still.
I'm not really...
Untap.
Yep.
Draw.
Yep.
Combat.
Sure.
You're at 14, you said?
Yep.
Alright, take you for 6.
Yep.
I get 8.
Yep.
Good.
Into your second main phase. I'm gonna discard these 2 cards. To return Haunted Dead. Trigger.
Yep. This attack might have been greedy.
Move down step?
Yep.
He's a 5.
Combat?
4 blocks.
Sure.
Move to blocks.
Yep.
Blocks like that. Go to 1.
Going to 1.
Yep. So Haunted Dead and Amalgam die. We go to 1.
Cost 6, right?
Yeah, unaware too.
Is there any way? Yep, this is the right one. So sack this, trigger K return.
Yep. You draw a card.
I draw a card.
There's one of those in there.
2.
Here, that's weird. We haven't seen the entire list.
Am I supposed to sack Sanctum?
That's hard.
I'm gonna sack
I think so.
Sanctum.
And he's going to get a draw after Sanctum here, of course.
Yeah, that should be a 1. And Brad today. Currently.
And now I have the line of bringing back Scrap Heap and getting all my amalgams back with this 2 mana I've got left open.
Yeah, this game's done.
Okay.
Just missed just long enough. You know, two-lander on the play. Statistically, you keep it every time. In actuality, I think I missed.
3 turns.
I mean, yeah, I'm thinking at the tournament how many times I kept
It
two
was
lands
a
on
lot.
the play and missed
Day
my
2
third
was
land.
really bad for
I
it.
think it was every time on day 2 I kept 2 lands on and missed the third line drop on 3.
Yeah, I thought to myself, wow, this hand's incredible. Like, you just hit the 3rd land drop, no way your opponent wins. You know, you just missed like 3, 4 in a row, and I was like,
Yep.
oh, alright, I'm done.
Like you can't be results based when that happens.
It's
and be
fine.
like, oh, I can't keep that hand. You know, it's got a great curve. I am more inclined to keep hands that like don't have great curves when they have 2 lands on the play. But like the hand I kept was Rattle-Chain, Selfless, Polar, Avacyn, 2 lands, and it was just like, all right, yep.
Maybe just draw running lands. Here.
Correct. Yep. Even just 1 land. It's just like even if you get up like Queller on 3.
Yeah.
I'm just like quelling your quell your prized amalgam instead of like rebuffing it on 3.
Right.
And like have just so much more pressure. We're up to over 800 people hanging out here tonight. Thank you. We're battling some Kaladesh Standard. If you're really liking these videos, you can make sure to check out my YouTube channel. There's like 10 hours worth of content from the last 2 weeks on there with different deck ideas. Tonight we're playing some decks from SCG Indie as well as some other brews that we like.
All right, I'm on the play this time.
Yep.
My hand looks pretty good. I'm gonna keep. I'll say why.
Yep.
I've got some emerge guys. I've got a creature to merge them off of, and I've also got a minister to mill on turn 1.
So on my side of the table, I'm going to hit my 3rd land drop on turn 3.
Because he's got 6 lands.
Yep.
We don't have any pressure, but we've got a bunch of removal and disruption, and we're going to be the control half of our ever control deck this game. So, there's our Fred.
Go ahead.
This is the part where this is a tournament I'd read to this card.
Yep.
But I've looked at it on screen in the first match tonight, so we know what it does. Go ahead and play 1 foam roll and pass the turn.
So if I was Dredge, I would do this in upkeep. I can't really think of a reason I would do it. I guess I don't want to draw Haunted Dead.
But statistically, you're the same, right? To draw Haunted Dead or not draw Haunted Dead. It's actually irrelevant.
Sure, I'll draw first.
You milk him.
Haunted it.
Alright, I guess they're doing your instead. Go.
Right. Okay. Well on our way to missing our 4th land drop. Go ahead.
Nicely done.
Go to 1 energy. Target myself.
Okay, I'm thinking at your end step here. What are the chances I want to do... So like seeing the things that are going on in Brad's deck now and being familiar with the deck list from SCG Indie, I think I just want to kill this. That doesn't seem like an awful conclusion, like preventing him from getting 3 more cards in his crypt, so I'm just going to go ahead and deal 2 damage to that with Harness Lightning, so we net 1 energy off of that. Go ahead. The chances of us wanting to rebuff something are pretty low, I think.
Cool.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and play our Prairie Stream Tapped and pass the turn.
Alright. End step. Discard. This. And this. To return this.
Yep. And I'm going to value keeping him off of his Enabler pretty highly here, because if he has another Retchgrift in his hand, he can go untapped land and Retchgrift through a rebuff, so I'm just going to go ahead and Harness Lightning this dork and another energy off that exchange. Go ahead.
1?
Yep, 19.
First blood.
Pass.
Alright. Daddy needs a 4th land. Better than nothing. Go.
End step.
How did you get learned?
Discard these 2 to return a Haunted Dead.
Yep.
What's that like?
So, end step still. So he's got another Haunted Dead in his crypt and a Scrapyard. And both the Retchgrifts are already in there, and a Scrapyard Scrounger. So, I think I'm just going to pass for now. Good. That's fine.
Combat.
Yep. I don't know if I can afford to take this hit. So, my hand, I have a Glimmer that I kind of want to be casting next turn. And I think I probably should have just snared this at end step. I just can't afford to be taking these hits, and my mana next turn is already spoken for, so yeah, we'll just take 2 and go to 17 here. Yep. Go. Alright. There's so many tap lands in my deck that I'm just going to Glimmer now as a sorcery.
Yeah.
Never be afraid to use your instants as sorceries here. And we've got 2 cards on top of our deck here that are actually pretty reasonable here. I think we just want both of these. Yeah, I'm just going to keep them and play a land. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, no better time than now, right?
There's better times to not do that. Take for 5.
Take 5, go to 12.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead.
That's so great.
Draw for turn. Yep, best.
What do we want to die more? I guess it's better to get back Haunted Deads, although we kind of we really want to draw either a land or something to pitch to Haunted Dead. So it's better to exile a Griff, get back Scrounger.
Scrapyard Scrounger is in the house. Go ahead.
It could be decent. I like it. Key to the city.
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Move to combat.
Yep. Alright, play this card we telegraphed.
Alright.
God, how did he have that?
So the question is what I want to make unblockable.
Spirit.
It's pretty close to being Spirit. I think it's...
Probably is, honestly.
I mean, I can block a Spirit either way, right? It really actually just doesn't matter.
Just doesn't matter.
You should probably actually do it during my end step since it actually doesn't matter because it gives me less information.
Yeah, that's fair.
Doesn't it matter though? Like if you do Amalgam...
I guess if you care which of these two I kill, then it matters.
I'm trying to decide if I do kill. Or if I do care though, right? So like I have a Haunted Dead in the graveyard, so if you kill this, I can get it back. If you kill this, I have to spend my Haunted or a Wretched Griff to get it back, so it doesn't
I think I'd rather kill this. But I don't know how much that difference is to you, if it's worth... It's super marginal either way. If you know you're going to discard, if you're guaranteed discarding, you probably just keep that, right?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay, and I will block your prized Amalgam and then take 5 and go to 7.
5, 7.
I'll pass.
Okay. Draw. That's a good pickup. We'll attack red for 4.
Yep.
We will play and sacrifice Soulful Spirit.
Cool.
So that during Brad's upkeep, we trigger Everson.
Yep.
And worth noting here, so Key of the City has a trigger that goes on when it... this happens during the upkeep or during the
Upkeep,
untap?
yeah. So I'm the active player. My trigger's
Wait. This happens before this, because this triggers when it untaps, so you get priority during the untap step, right?
No, you don't. There's no priority during the untap step.
I thought if triggers happen during untap, priority happens.
They go on the stack right when the upkeep happens.
Okay,
There is no priority during upkeep.
That's good to
during
know.
untap. So yeah. So I'm the active player, so my trigger's going on the stack first, then Jeff's trigger's going to go, so his is going to resolve first and flip and kill everything.
And Brad's going to take another 3 from that and go to 13.
That's pretty scary. So now, the question is, like, we need the Spirit to block.
Yeah, it sucks.
And, we also kind of really want to draw a land. I don't think we're winning if we don't draw a land. He's at 7, though?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's close.
So we can get back 6 power only. Man. Alright, we'll play conservative. We'll just draw.
Yep.
Alright, there's our 7th power.
Counter unless you pay 2.
God bless.
So, again, he can pay 2 here, but then he's not activating his Haunted Dead, so...
Cool.
Drop. How many Amalgams in your crypt?
Just one.
Just one?
Just one.
You're at 13?
13.
13 to 7.
Attack for 6.
So I can only get back 6 power, so I think it's worth, like,
Only.
Chumping
with the Spirit, or trying to at least.
Sure.
God, this feels awful. I don't want to discard these cards though.
I know. They're both great.
You know what? I'm gonna take it.
Okay. You go to 7?
Yeah,
7.
7 all.
Yeah.
7 up. Good.
Into your main phase.
7 up, get it.
Return this.
Sure.
Move down step.
Yeah.
Draw my card.
Good.
So he's probably got another Avacyn. Sucks. Alright, well, now we have a card we want to discard.
That's true.
Combat.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard to lose the game to draw 2 Eversons.
One
Alright.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, when one flips, yeah.
Like almost impossible.
make that up unblockable.
Great. Block price, Malcolm.
Yep, take 3.
Take 3. Go to
4.
Yep. You can't beat a removal spell, right?
I can't be moved.
I have Stasis Snare, so Brad can make a blocker with a ton of dead. I'm just going to Stasis Snare before block, so my Eversons kill him.
So super unfortunate. We had 2 DPs, but we didn't have a double second blue source.
God, that super pain.
You also never really untapped with Haunted Dead, right? Ever? No. There was one turn I let you that I shouldn't have. I ended up snaring it in combat.
Yeah.
The mana would drive me crazy over 15 rounds with that deck. It was nuts.
Yeah, I really think some number of Sanctums have to go.
Because like it's a red-black deck with the blue splash.
With a double blue splash.
Being double color. Yeah, it's like really hard.
Just shy of 900 people hanging out now. Thank you, everyone. It's one of our bigger audiences. I appreciate all y'all spending part of your Monday night here. We do this every Monday night here on this channel, live paper magic testing. We've got last 3 weeks have been Kaladesh standard testing now. The archives of those on the YouTube channel. We had a bunch of new Twitch subs tonight and Twitch Prime subscribers putting their Twitch Prime here, so thank you and welcome to all of you.
Did we decide what we're doing next week? I know the regional and the Pro Tour are standard, so like I don't know if we're doing standard for a 3rd week in a row, but I don't know.
Probably. Brad's going to the PT.
Brad's going to the PT and we're going to the regional, so I think it makes sense.
Frontier.
Probably. and the most important thing is like Brad obviously PT list where he plays the PT, and because the PT's in Hawaii, we were spoiled last time. We had like
we did not get them right.
We had the Australia list before regionals here. Yeah. We're just gonna have like glimpses of what people are playing. Just gonna have like the awkward saffron olive. These deck lists are 12 cards or 15 cards off what people are actually playing. I hate those. People are always like, does anyone have the deck list that they're playing? And they're like guessing, and they're like 16 cards off. Like, dude, just wait 12 hours.
Yeah. Wait.
It's okay. Wait 12 hours.
Play something. Yeah.
It'll be okay. I promise. Just calm down.
Play anything else.
All right, so I'm gonna be on the play this game. Because again, we rotate.
So the person on the draw was one bullet one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
The fairies deck one when it hits land drops. That's what you want to take away from that. So my hand is again 2 lands on the play, but this hand is great. We've got all of our colors. We've got an untapped land on 2. We've got a bunch of different 2-drops to play. So definitely keep.
I think I'm gonna mulligan. It's lands and spells, but they're really all really awkward. I would probably keep if he didn't have rebuff in his deck. This Cathartic Reunion like could put in work, but if it were to get countered, we're just gonna lose on the spot. So knowing that and knowing what we're playing against now, I think it's a mulligan.
Actually, the red-black aggro deck I think is I really want to try that one tonight too. Actually, both the red-black and the green-black like those aggressive decks seem sweet.
Green-black?
It's like they titled it as aggro, and I titled it as aggro, but like it goes all the way up to the Yearhulks. But it's like it's 23 lands, but it has 4 traverses in it. It's like delirium aggro type thing.
Servants?
Which card?
The Servant of the Conduit?
It does not.
Okay.
But it starts at the Death Touch 1/1, and it plays Grim Players and Advocates and Lilianas and Copter, obviously, because there are 32 Copters in the top 8.
Sure, yeah. Freaking Copter.
Frickin' Copter.
I wonder if with Wazi's just like sitting at their desk, just like, what have we done?
We're done printing colorless
Like,
2-drops.
If the Pro Tour is just all Copters, what are we gonna do?
It is. It's gonna be all Copters. The smart people are gonna play them.
All right. I'm gonna keep off power level the cards, but we are missing a color right now. But we do get a scry, and we are on the draw. Yeah, we're gonna bottom it. It's a land, but it's not the color we're looking for.
I'll play Prairie Stream tapped. Pester.
Go.
Draw. Now we have to choose between holding up instant speed interaction, getting our clock on the table. I think every time you're supposed to put your clock on the table, especially in a format full of Copters. Go ahead. If you play Cartha Green, you're going to be sad.
I would if I had it for sure. He gave me a window.
There's the Copter. Alright, so we drew a Evolving Wells here, which is nice. So maybe there's a dream world where this Prairie Stream in our hand comes into play untapped. I'll attack Brad for 2. Go ahead and fetch this now for a island and pass the turn.
Alright. Fast land.
It's so quick.
This is just all kinds of awful. Alright. Neonate.
Yep.
I'll play another Copter.
Yep.
Go. So we have some protection from Harness Lightning now. Just not on the instep.
So I'm gonna instep Harness Lightning here. So it's awkward that if I attack in with the Selfless Spirit and he crews the Copter and I harness the Copter crews the other Copter, because Magic's great. Yep. I really feel like this is a flavor fail and it should say vehicles can't crew vehicles, but that's an argument for another day. So end step we're gonna Harness Lightning this Neonate.
Alright.
He's gonna sack it in response probably, so we don't get any energy.
Man, I wonder if I was supposed to hold a Copter. But not because you had mana up. Like if you were tapped out, I probably should have played it. Because now I could have discarded a copter.
Okay.
I don't know.
Mr. Silicon, putting your Twitch Prime subscription towards the channel. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
I really want these cards, but we don't have any enablers for our Wretched Grip, so I was gonna feel bad later.
And again, my Harness Lightning is countered upon resolution because the target was removed, so I do not net any energy from that exchange. We don't have an untapped land on 4, but we do have a 4th land, so we're not going to complain. Attack for 2 here, put Brad down to 16. Go ahead. Mr. All-Star with the Twitch Prime subscription, thank you for that. Welcome.
Mm.
Yep. You get 2 energy.
Yep. Go.
Draw. Again, a lot of our lands come into play tap, so I'm just going to go ahead and Glimmer now to try and hit my 5th land drop.
Okay.
Scry 2. And we actually have 2 untapped lands here, and so this is kind of an interesting situation, and I always take the greedy line when I do this here, and I think it's just strictly correct, especially in 26 land deck, so even if we get punished for bottoming both of these, I think the technically correct play here is to bottom both of these lands because I don't want to draw. I want to draw exactly 1 more land and no more, and seeing 3 cards in the next turn, basically I should hit a 5th land in those, so we're going to double bottom these, and we're going to pick up 2 here, and I'm sure they're going to be 2 spells. They're not, God bless. Alright, so we'll play that tapped, and they were actually 2 more lands, so just like super rewarded for taking the correct line there. Go ahead. Just remember, just because you get punished for doing something doesn't mean it was incorrect to do.
I want to mill 3 or get in for 3. I don't think I want to get in for 3. I think I'm going to hold my cards and pass the turn.
Alright. If we cast Glimmer, you're winning the game. Yeah, it means casting Glimmer means we hit our 4th land drop, and we're probably finding our 5th. Right, we'll go ahead and play Inspiring Vantage tapped and pass the turn here.
Loop or Miller?
Mill, yep.
Oh, I would have liked to draw that. Go.
And step Evson.
Yep.
So this Selfless Spirit can't attack anyways, so I think I'm just going to trigger this Avacyn flip and just get aggressive here. So I'm going to sacrifice the Selfless Spirit during Brad's end step. Is that my turn?
Yep.
Avacyn trigger.
Yep.
3 there, 3 you.
Alright.
Yep, melds himself.
Mill.
So Brad goes 13, I draw a card for my turn. Play tapped land, attack Brad for 6.
7.
Good.
Not what we're looking for. So we're playing out the land. Oh, jeez, really? Don't even have black. Sanctum of Ugins looks pretty good. Alright, we can't play this land. Wow. Certainly getting quellered. Discarding these 2 cards.
So this is kind of interesting here. Brad's at 7. I could double rebuff this, or I could play a second Avacyn and just try and kill him. The problem with the double Avacyn line is that it loses to any 2-drop out of him, so I think I'm just supposed to double rebuff this. So we'll just rebuff. He pays 2, and then we'll rebuff again. And we're getting a 2 for 3 here, and we're putting Brad to 1, so that's probably fine.
Go.
Deck for 6, put Brad to 1. Go ahead.
Probably just dead here. Yeah, unfortunately, just didn't hit any enablers or hit black.
That's Babson?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess playing the second small use capture probably cost me.
Then you keep a Wretched Grip around?
My hand was, it was land.
You technically still had an out. You could have top decked Elder Deep Fiend and then crewed a copter and then emerged off the copter. And you had a Kozilek's Return to the graveyard.
True. Yeah, that's a good point. I did not. Or no, I was tapped out, right? Like I only had.
No, you had 5 lands, I think. On top.
If you're interested in reading some formal thoughts about this Jeskai deck that I'm playing, it'll go up on Friday at mtgcardmarket.com. We talk about this, the build I played in Indy, mistakes I made, things I learned, and then what we played tonight, and then changes moving forward.
Okay. He was pointing out a line. I actually probably had an out.
What's that?
So my out was through the copter, move to block. No, that doesn't work either.
You had 5 lands on top, right?
Yeah.
And a Kozilek's Return in hand and an insult neonate on the back.
Oh, sure. Okay, so you threw a copter, and then you use your neonate to loot, hit a deep fiend, and then deep fiend the copter away. Tapping down.
You merge the copter and then
Both your actions.
trigger Kozilek's
And then
Return.
trigger K return.
So just Christmas lands, yeah.
Okay. Sure. I didn't see it. That's a good line.
Another thing
I gotta hit it, but yeah.
Well, obviously decks change after sideboard too, but the deck I played this past weekend had a lot of tools on the sideboard for this style of matchup. I had 3
Summary dismissal.
2 Summary Dismissals and 3 Countertarget Color spell for 1.
Oh, sure.
Whatever that card's called. Ceremonial Dismissal?
Ceremonious Rejection.
Rejection, there you go.
So I'm on the play now?
Yep.
Alright, we have all of our colors, and they're all basics. There's only 1 swamp on the deck, so... Can't be Blood Moon. I'll keep...
On my side of the table, this is probably some of the best my mana's been all night. We're going to hit 3 lands in 3 turns guaranteed, so yep, starts off. That was actually just one of the better draws in the deck, so we're going to go ahead and fetch a mount with the Swelling Wilds and pass the turn.
Alright. Go.
Okay. Ray could be a number of things at this point. This was a game 1 and I didn't know what he was playing against.
Could be red black aggro.
Yes, you could. This is one of the deck that plays Copters, narrow it down.
Turn 2 copter, what?
Alright, Choke Deck Story Reveal Island.
Yep.
Now we're blown away. What?
Synergy.
Scrounger.
Yep, can't rebuff that.
It's probably going to be Harness Lightning, but...
I'm going to shoot it down. Yep.
Go ahead.
So, draw. We'll go ahead and play Prairie Stream out here. Go ahead.
Alright, so Queller's a real thing. Oh.
No blocks.
Yeah. Sure.
17. I think I'm just quelling anything here. I just want to get pressure on the table. I want to use my mana. Just like, there's very real chance that Brad just doesn't have a follow-up play, even if I don't queller that. Hit our 4th land on turn 4. Attack for 2.
Yep.
Good. No blocks. Go to 14.
Yeah.
Haunted Dead, you say? Yeah, that's fine.
Spirit.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and Glimmer of Genius and then step here.
Yep.
Scry 2. Don't need a 5th land, which is beautiful to say. I have a hard time passing up a Glimmer into a Glimmer, right? Like,
God, that's the nuts.
Divination into Divination.
So
just
fun.
like... If I keep the Glimmer, I might keep the 6th land, so that way I can Glimmer plus 2 drop on 6. I feel like I'm either keeping both or bottoming both. I kind of like keeping both, now that I think about it a little bit. It just lets me like curve out and use my mana efficiently. Generally in games of Standard, it's you're hard pressed to lose games where you're using all of your mana every turn. So I'll just keep both of those and draw. And we did hit a 7th land, which is a little unfortunate, so kind of wish we would have bottomed it, but I think it's right to keep there. Especially since we have another Glimmer to propel us into more gas. Go ahead.
Ugh. That was...
Very good.
I mean, there's actually 0 sorceries in my deck in this build, so
I know.
which is sweet.
Like I said, this is going to be a tough matchup for me just because of how instant speed you play. I think we're fine losing our Scrounger. I guess we're also fine losing our Haunted Dead to some extent.
Unsilent Ninja with the Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Welcome.
You got that name right.
I did.
Very proud of you.
I need to think for a second.
He's a clumsy ninja.
Yep.
Or loud
the
ninja.
worst kind of ninja.
Loud ninja. He's not clumsy. He's loud.
Alright, combat?
Yeah.
I'm gonna crouch. Yep.
Blocks.
Yep.
And I think I'm supposed to eat both of these. Not only does it prevent the most damage, but it's it gets him off of his emerge stuff.
Take one.
Yep.
Man, nice.
Down to 13.
Go.
Alright, so go ahead and draw for the turn. I got an 8th land, which feels kind of bad. Play an Aether Hub, make an energy. Combat.
That's fine.
Attack for 6.
4 blocks. Discard these 2 cards. Return a Haunted Dead to the battlefield.
Oh, yeah.
Sack this. Cast this. Trigger. We'll do
God, you better have
these
rebuff.
4 lands.
In response to you're tapping these 4 lands?
Yep.
I'm going to flash in Rattle Chains and then flash in Selfless Spirit and sack Selfless Spirit.
Yep.
So you're going to choose not to flash back here return.
Correct.
But these are still alive and they're all indestructible.
Yeah. How much do I want to take?
These are going to die next turn, but I think it's worthwhile to keep the Avacyn here. Because Avacyn's going to flip on Brad's turn because of the Selfless Spirit sack.
Yeah, knowing that's flipping, I guess it just prevent the most damage.
Yep, so Brad's going to go to 16.
Yeah.
And then during his upkeep, Avacyn's going to flip him, put him to 13 up, and he gets a Neonate back into play. I have an
Lucky.
angry Avacyn.
Angry Avacyn.
She's the best. Alright.
He's very upset.
Yeah, how many cards?
3.
Only 3.
Kind of feel like I should trade, or at least offer the trade. He can also kill it with
Harness Lightning.
Harness Lightning, which is really
There's no
awkward.
He's just gonna kill it anyway with Harness Lightning, right?
I mean, if I think he's going to kill it with Harness Lightning, I should probably trade.
Yeah. Just
So if Harness Lightning can
That
kill
thing's
it,
not blocking, right?
I mean,
Yeah, no blocks. Go to 7.
go 8.
8, you say?
I thought he was at 13.
He went
I
17,
was at
14, he just took,
I
he
was
took
at 13
1.
and took 6,
No,
right?
took 6. He's not blocking.
Yeah, I'm not blocking. 13.
Oh, he's someone with
You
another
missed his
guy.
13.
Yeah, this is
Okay, yeah.
This has Menace.
this is
I
that is
didn't see the other dude attack.
that is
right.
Menace. So
Seven, okay.
so I think I'm gonna Glimmer here as a sorcery just to kind of get a feel for what we're going to be working with.
Oh, never mind. You're going up to 5.
I guess it's optimal to tap like that. Yeah, that's fine. So Glimmer.
Yeah.
Straight to. I mean, if I had to like pick 2 cards to be on top of my deck, those would probably be the 2. So we'll keep those. I'll go ahead and play this Aether Hub and go up to 4 energy.
To 6. Cause
Oh, because Glimmer. Yep, I didn't add 2 from Glimmer, so up to 6. And then I think, yep, we'll just crack Brad for 6 and put him to 7 as well. Tie game. Good. During your upkeep,
Sure.
I'm gonna stasis snare.
Oh, yeah, babe.
Okay, right on 5. Get rid of that guy. Go ahead. And I want to do that so that way Brad can't emerge another Deep Fiend in response to the stasis snare targeting this guy.
I don't think the 1 damage is relevant, so I should actually respond to the trigger.
In case you have another Deep Fiend.
Yeah. I would have drawn this
All right.
though.
So yeah, so Brad is, you have to discard your other card then, right?
Yep.
So Brad is responding to this in case he finds a Deep Fiend, because another Deep Fiend lets him kill this Avacyn. Okay, player Wandering Fumarole, crash for 6. Enter combat.
Yeah, entering comment's fine. I'm trying to decide whether I.
Oh, you have a haunted
I
in
do
there.
have a
Yeah.
haunted.
And I'm at 7, right? Yes, that's fine. So crash for 6.
Are you supposed to be at 8? Because this wasn't allowed to attack that one turn, I think is what someone's saying. Because this came back off Avacyn, and then he attacked.
Oh yeah,
it. Is that right?
he's right. I
'Cause-
should be at 8.
Oh,
Thank
it
you.
doesn't have
Makes
haste.
sense.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chet.
You had the
8.
spirit you could block there, though, so I think, right?
So
You could have blocked instead, I believe is what it was.
No, the spirit died.
Spirit
Yeah,
died.
that's right.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
You're right.
No,
yeah.
thank
So
you,
it's
Chet.
8.
Yeah,
So you're
I
right.
should have
Chet.
at 8.
I
Yep.
was right.
Sorry. I thought for some reason you missed the spirit damage.
I don't really want to go to 1.
I mean, he has a creature land too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's bringing his haunted dead back and then jumping with the spirit. So it stays at 7. Go ahead.
These are in the graveyard.
That feels bad.
Yep.
But what are you gonna do?
Die probably.
Yeah, probably just do. Oh yeah, super.
I mean, I can go to 1. I
Yeah.
can't go to 1.
All right. So second Avacyn's gonna close it out, and
Ugh, Rattlechain Self Spirit.
3-1.
yes, that was not the worst.
Is that a way to play around? I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
Don't think so.
I mean, that turn's really good for you if exactly that doesn't happen,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's true.
All right. Cool. Okay, so instead of doing we've got a bunch of decks around tonight, so instead of doing just 5 games every time, we're just going till 3 wins on one of the sides, and gonna go ahead and rotate them up here. Do you want to play the green black aggro deck
Green against the green and white black?
against the blue white control deck?
Sure.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
I'll play every day.
Do you have the? Can you grab the gear
Oh.
Hulk out of your green white deck? Yeah, that came out of here.
Matt.
Matt or Nick, can one of you grab the deck box in my bag?